Thank the ranking member. I now recognize the gentleman from Georgia, Mr. Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank both of you and for bringing us this legislation. I look forward to supporting it in the committee and on the floor. And I want to speak specifically to the defense appropriations and a couple of things that I think America needs to know are being changed in the way we do things. Number one, Secretary Hegseth has implemented direct reporting. I mean, we can no longer take as long as we have taken to get weapon systems developed. The technology is moving much faster than we were the old ways, and so direct reporting is one of the systems that has been put in that is allowing us to get around the bureaucratic system that has been built at the Pentagon. So thank you for helping with that. Just in here, a couple of quick things: enabling increased competition through elevated defense innovation units and accelerating the procurement and field of innovative technologies investments. I think that's extremely important, especially in today's day and time. We've seen how the Ukrainians have used innovation to give what was believed to be one of the strongest militaries in the world repeated defeats on the battlefield. And necessity breeds innovation, and there's a lot that we actually, as Americans, are going to learn from what the Ukrainians have done and the systems they've put in place. Just a couple of highlights. The multi-year procurement, again, means the American taxpayers get more for less money. THAADs, Tomahawks, I mean, we have routinely purchased these things in small batches instead of doing multi-year procurements. And we're the largest purchaser in the world of a lot of items, and yet we pay more for it than anybody else in the world sometimes because of the way we've had this bureaucracy built around the purchasing system. So I applaud both of you for working to get around that bureaucracy so that we get more for the same amount of money. And then $6.4 billion for the critical munitions, the money for the solid rocket motor industrial base. That, again, that's one of those areas where we don't talk about it a whole lot, but just a few years ago, we as a country, think about this, we were totally dependent on the Russians for rocket launch. Is that correct, Mr. Cole?
That is indeed correct.
And so I applaud both of you for helping us work to systems that are going to make us a safer nation and the world a safer place. And I also want to bring to attention the 3.8% pay raise for all of our service members. And again, I appreciate both of you. I look forward to supporting the legislation on the floor. And Mr. Cole, if there's any additional comments you'd like to add, I'd like to give you
I would take the opportunity to make a comment. And I want to thank you and your colleagues on the House Armed Services Committee. One of the reasons we were able to do some of the things you ticked off is because you guys always give us an authorization bill. And we had an authorization bill before this came. And so a lot of that work reflects the really fine work on your committee, which tends to be, again, one of the most bipartisan committees in Congress, able to produce a work product that then appropriators can look at and match up with what our numbers are. And frankly, we end up, because authorizers in both the House and the Senate, both sides of the aisle, gave us an authorization in overwhelming numbers. The defense budget's higher by about $7 or $8 billion than it otherwise would have been, because we said our authorizers have actually done the work, and they tell us this is what we need, then we're going to honor that and go to that level. I mean, we'd have saved more money, quote unquote, had we not done that, if we just stuck with our numbers. But we really paid attention to what your committee produced, and I know there's a very close working relationship, certainly between Chairman Calvert and Defense Appropriations and Chairman Rogers at HASP, but I also know there's a good relationship with Ranking Member Smith and Ranking Member McCollum as well. And again, if I just say this to all the other committees, because not one of them have given us an authorization of all the various jurisdictions they have. If you will do that, it'll make our job on appropriations a lot easier. And your committee made our job a lot easier. So thank you.
Well, thank you for that. And Adam Smith and Mike Rogers work very closely together. The committee as a whole, I think, takes the job seriously and works closely together. And that, again, thank you for this. And I yield any remaining time.